Hi all, and welcome back to CRC. So you can see I'm in my t-shirt. You can see my name, and when you see the footage that's coming up, there's you're going to notice I'm in different clothes. So the reason being is because I came home, my battery terminal connector turned up for Fiona, and I just thought, well, I'll just try it out. I plugged in the standard remote and everything, and it was just tosh, absolute tosh. So I just thought, you know what, I'm going to switch out this receiver quickly, and while I was there I also changed out the steering servo, because that was making some funky noises when it was plugged in. So anyway, I hope you enjoy watching this. It's a little bit higgledy-piggledy with the camera angles because unfortunately I don't have a stand or anything, as you'll see in the video. It falls over a couple of times. So yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's get into making some little modifications to the vehicle. So while we're here, we'll also install the new receiver, which will be going in this receiver box. Unfortunately, I don't have any stands with me at the moment, so what I'll do is I'll get it open, give you a look, show it back up and replace it. Got these ones to take off now. There we have our little CEN racing receiver. Let's get that whipped out. Get this open. Just to compare for size, as you can see, the fly sky is a little bit bigger, but hopefully it should still fit in there. And let's get that plugged in. So on the fly sky, what we'll do is we'll go down to model, and then we'll select 2. Okay, yeah, that's on 2. We'll go back, bind set, and then we'll start binds down here. Once we turn the power on, we've got a little bind button here. Back to that. Binding successful. There you go, straight away. But what I do notice is this servo's rattling a bit. But let's have a look, see. There we go. All did and done. Okay, so I've managed to set up a temporary rig. So at the moment, I've taken off the bumper here, the foam bumper with the 4 screws. I've taken the servo arm screw out, and now I'm just starting to dismantle the front a little bit. Reason being is because I decided I want to change the servo, because this servo is making a horrible noise when it's plugged in. So I think the easiest way to do that is going to be to just whip this servo off and then have a look and see because I've got a spare 35 kilogram one. It's unbranded, it's just a cheap Chinese one, but at the end of the day it's more powerful than the one that's in here, although this is supposed to be a Servo, so I'm a bit mystified as to why it's so noisy. So not the greatest of angles, but it's what I've got to work with. So at the moment, taking off the front bumper at the front, which is 4 screws, the servo arm screw, which is here, and then there is 2 screws either side of this front brace here. And I'm hoping by undoing this, I can flip this front off and potentially get to, there it is, potentially get to this little nut here. So we'll see. Bag of tricks. Let's see if by chance. Okay. So that turns. Let's have a look. Get off camera for a second here, guys and girls. So right about now, I'm realising that I should have just moved the horn rather than trying to disconnect it from the steering arm. But, you know, I didn't really explain that very clearly. So, yeah, that's what's going on right now. I have to leave that connected. Sorry about that. So I've just pulled this off the front arm. I'm going to disconnect the servo from its mount and see if we can ping that off and actually be able to see the receiver box. It changed as well, so I have to open it up to connect the new servo. Okay, cool. Right, let's here. I do hope I remember where this all goes. 2 up the top. So this is being filmed on Sunday at 5 to 6, and today, as you would have seen the footage on Wednesday of being out, and I actually, Paulie, who's the little YK4107, unfortunately ripped the front hub assembly off of him today, whilst getting caught up in some weeds. Just cable tie down here, we'll get a snip and replace that. Unfortunately I don't have any good black ones, I don't think, so right. So let's see how this comes off. And leave this off bit by bit. Break servo, there we go, lovely. Right, to get this undone. As I said, this is just a PDI HV 5535 MG 35 kilogram. I believe this is a 180 degree. So that's, it should be more than enough. Sorry if you can see me keep looking at the camera, but I'll make sure it doesn't fall off like it did a minute ago. So that'll be just my luck. In. Always remember, 1 to turn, 2 to burn. Switch that control on. Screws. This only has 2 for some reason. Doesn't have the provisions for 4, but it's not like this is going to be really taxed at all, because at the end of the day this is a literally, I bought this as a tow rig. Tight fish. I'm very excited to get the other mods done, but it's going to be a case of waiting until I've got every single bit ready, because obviously there's a lot of modifications that are going to get done all at once. Helpful. This is some kind of servo saver. So, and then there it is. Slow. Let's just adjust out, so I don't know if you can see this. But... So I've sped this bit up because it's took absolutely ages, and what I'm doing right now is setting the endpoint adjustment on the servo. So what this allows us to do is it allows us to stop the servo from overreaching. So you set the cutoff point before it actually starts to damage stuff. So all I'm doing is going back and forth, left to right, working out which way does what, and carrying on from there. So you'll see me keep turning the wheels, adjusting the servo arm, and that's purely so I can make sure that the wheels are as straight as they can be. So when I adjust the sub trim, I don't have to sort of adjust the main trim loads. It just kind of makes it easier for you. So anyway, yeah, this is me setting it up and getting it all ready so that we've got a full reach left and right without actually having to worry. So they are now both at 55%. So we're good. We've got throttle now. Oh, God, that could have been a lot worse than it was. But for some reason these are set as forward brake reverse, not forward and reverse. But I'm not entirely sure how you adjust that with these, with the standard ESC. And also as well, I do notice that just from being plugged in and switched on, this ESC is really warm. So yeah, let's get rid of that. And then what we can do is we can start reassembling. We can start reassembling the bumper. Get that on there, and then all this will be coming off again when the bumpers are done. So here you can see me just reattaching the front of the chassis, and then I'm also going to be adding the foam bumper back on as well. This will be coming back off again when the bumpers get done. But yeah, this is just sped up just to save you watching me mindlessly screwing in screws. But the one good thing, I suppose, is this isn't making that awful noise that the other one did. Pull you out of that. Through. Cable tie. Sorry about that. The cable ties were in a box that currently has another box propped on top of it, and then my water bottle, and then my phone. Went up against that just to keep it all together. All I'm doing here is just tidying up those cables, trying to push them through the receiver box lid so that it can all go in there nice and neat in a second. That just fell over. Hoping that this time around it's going to stay where I put it, but you'll find out in a minute. If and a little tip, by the way, that little V, it's really easy to get your cable ties out. Can't remember where I saw it, but I did, and I've done it, and it's actually really helpful. Interesting. These are 1.5s. Yep. Now, this receiver box is the furthest thing away from being watertight as you can get. However, that being said, I don't need this to be watertight because this car is never ever going to see deep enough water to compromise the receiver box. So it's going to have extra long winch cables so that I don't have to get close to water, I can just run my winch cables out and happy days, be done with it, you know. And there we have it. Receiver box back on. I'll trim that cable tie up, and we've got loads more steering angle than we had before. So yeah, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. So thanks for watching. As you can see, the outro video is the same as the intro pretty much, because nothing's moved. I've just stopped it and started recording again. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope you enjoyed footage of the Sunday sesh, which was in Wivenhoe today. So yeah, absolutely stellar turnout. And that video would have come out Wednesday, and you'll be seeing this Friday. So if you haven't taken a look at that, have a look. So if you enjoyed what you see, then please do give us a like, give us a subscribe if you feel up to it, and also share the video with your friends. I wouldn't say that this was an informational video, more of just a case of me sort of working my way through it and just trying to do my best. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you in the next one.